is up, Facebook? So right now, I'm going to do a review. Yeah. Boom. Get it. So my buddy Jeremy's wife is walking home from a doctor's appointment when she finds 2 unopened packs of Jackpot cigars. My buddy Jeremy Rogers, he smokes cigars on occasion, so he took 2. My buddy Alex Anderson smoked 1 that left 1 whole pack left. My buddy Alex stopped by not too long ago and dropped off a free pack of cigars. Good looking, Facebook. Unopened. Oh yeah. Just opening them in the pack. That smells good. These are our Jackpot cherry cigarillos. Oh yeah. Right off the bat, I love the smell coming out of the pack. That smells good. Each packet of Jackpot cigars comes with 3 cigars. I dropped it. That's why I was fishing around on the ground for it. Good thing it wasn't lit. But yeah, like I said, my buddy Jeremy Rogers, you know him as Rasta Man. His baby mama was walking home from a therapy appointment, and she found 2 unopened, literally 2 unopened packs of Jackpot cherry cigarillos. And Rastaman enjoys the occasional cigar, so he took 2 out of the first pack and then gave 1 to Alex Anderson, gave the other pack to Alex Anderson. Alex Anderson stopped by not too long ago, and he's like, well, here, you can have these. I'm like, sweet. So now I got me some delicious cigarillos to try out. Now here's the thing, Facebook. I've had Jackpot cigars before. They're pretty good. They're on the cheaper side. You get 3 of them for $1.04. You can't beat that. You're paying $1.04 for 3 cigars. You really can't beat that. That's a pretty good deal. And then when you're smoking these, you want the smaller end to be in your mouth. That's your mouthpiece. Let's give these a whirl, shall we? I was not expecting Jeremy's girl, April, to find 2 unopened packs of cigars, but there you go. Like I said, Jeremy Rogers enjoys the occasional cigar, and he took 2 out of the first pack. Alex took the other one. Then Alex Anderson stopped by with a recent pack and gave me the other unopened pack. So I figured I'd try these cherry Jackpot cigarillos on camera. I'll give you a little cigar review for Facebook. Right off the bat, you can't taste the tobacco in the cigar wrap, but you can definitely taste the tobacco, and the tobacco has that cherry flavoring. Oh, sorry to hear that, Scotty. Scott Hackman says, yo, I broke my kidney. Shit, I bet. Right off the bat, I like the flavor of this here cigarello. That's really smooth. There's not a whole lot of cherry flavoring, just enough to give you a light taste. Oh yeah, there's a nice cherry taste in that tobacco. That tastes delicious. It definitely, once you get past the cherry taste, you get this blast of regular cigar flavor, like cheap cigarillo cigar tobacco taste. And it's quite nice. Oh, the wands I'm making, they're going good. I just podged 3 Saxton's wand and I got it squeezed up onto the vice clamp, drying. Good to know, Scotty. Good to know. I'll be sure to eliminate that person and unfriend them. Sometimes I don't always see all the trolls that make fake accounts. Unfollow, unfriend, block. Good to know, Scotty. Thank you for letting me know about them nasty trolls. I'll be letting 3 Saxton's wand dry overnight in the vice clamp. Yeah. In the meantime, I have a couple wand handles that need to be trimmed here and there. Now these wands right here, their handles are officially glued on. They ain't coming off unless I pull them off. This way when I go to podge them, they'll stay on. The little excess right there. There's a post about me on Reddit. Some troll talking shit. Or maybe they're glorifying me. Oh, I believe it, Scotty. Thank you for letting me know. There we go. You get these here handles glued on and let the glue dry. And then once the glue is done drying completely, I'll trim the handles. But yeah, I got several wands I'm putting up for sale on my Etsy store. And right now I'm getting all that excess leather trimmed off. Just like that. Very cool. There we go. Alright, this here's a good cigarette. I'm liking this. Right now, as it sits, all the wand handles are done drying on the glue. So as soon as Therese Saxton's wand is done drying on the podge and everything, I want to start podging the final batch. Or not the final batch, but you know what I meant. I want to start finishing the fourth batch is what I meant to say. There we go. I meant to say I'll start the final steps to finishing them. kind of gumming the shit out of this cigar, but that's kind of hard not to, man. This is a pretty tasty cigar. I'm going to turn on the light just for a second. I organize all my wands. I mean, I can get all the little leather chunks picked up later. You know, saying that's not going to be difficult. All the little leather chunks, yeah, that can be vacuumed up. But, well, oh shit, I dropped a huge piece on the floor. There we go. Well, here's the thing with it. YouTube and Facebook. I have just one more wand to carve out for this batch. And no time like the present, I suppose, as they say. So I'm going to carve this out right quick. See, give it a little bit of sand. To bite that end off, man, that was pretty moist. There we go. It's a good cigar. I already got the scepter carved out. Seems to be painted and finished. So all I'm waiting for the first wand to podge in that batch, because I'm drying up the Reed Saxton's wand real quick while I'm working on that. Then I'll go into carve this out right quick. Just enough sanding to get the bark off. And the nubs on it sanded down just a little bit so it gives the wand a wavy sort of look. That's cool. Let's put natural waves in the wand. I like that. So I'm going to end up leaving the nubs on the side here just a little bit so the wand kind of waves just a little bit. That's cool looking. Now, thankfully, this is the last wand to carve out of my batch. I saved an easy wand for last to carve out. That scepter was kind of a pain in the ass to carve out, but I got her. One way or another, I got her. Round that tip off. Question is, what color do I want to paint this one? Whatever fucking color I feel like painting it on. I know the handle's going to be black. I know that much. Oop. A little bit of sawdust on the pajama bottoms. No worries on there. There we go. The point is just about there. There we go. There we go. Just a little bit of wave. And then not completely sanded perfect, but perfect enough. I'm not going to do too much sanding to the handle of this one. I'm going to sand it nice and smooth on the bottom. Just like that. There we go. And the nubs on the handle. A little bit of nubbage on the right there. But the rest of these are going to get sanded smooth. Now, thankfully, the stick is nice and dry, so it's not that hard to sand out. There we go, that handle's just about done. And the nice thing about this is I'm only needing one piece of sandpaper to do this handle. I like that. I like that a lot. There we go. Nicely carved. Now, just for the sake of producing a nice clean line. Kind of, it doesn't have to be done, but you can use painter's tape to produce a much, much cleaner line. Separating. There we go. Yeah. Didn't look like much when it first started, but I got it together very nicely. Yeah, holding it where it separates the handle right there is just long enough for a handle. Sometimes the smaller and drier they are, the better they carve. I noticed that with sticks. Yeah, I thought I'd stop by briefly, do a little cigar review. Get you updated on them loans. Oh yeah, baby. Now that is just freaking sexy. Look at that. Facebook and YouTube and social media. That's going to take a little bit longer to dry. You can see parts where the podge is still drying. But it looks good. I might put some more Mod Podge like right here. So that way it seals it nice and tight. But there's 3 Saxton's wand, just about done. I got the wand itself polished up. Just a little bit of punch right there will do it. I could paint it on, but I'm gonna be kind of lazy and just very quickly. Use kind of the inside of the bottle. Puts the Mod Podge right there on the bottom where I need it to be. There we go. There we go. This will make sure that the bottom of it will seal and that this handle will be on there. Nice and tight. That's one good looking wand though. I'm liking the looks of that, man. Now, most of you may know by now, but I have trichotillomania mania. And the shortened version of saying it is trichoteria, which is basically a hair pulling disorder. You develop the compulsion to pick and pull out your hair from various spots on your body. And well, if you have trichoteria, one great way to help you stop picking is to find a hobby. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself a hobby though. Get a hobby that'll distract your hands. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't have a hobby, maybe get like a fidget spinner or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And find something to distract your hands. Yeah. I'll be happy to know, Therese, that well, I got all the handles on my wands glued and ready for podge on both sides. And the first wand I wanted to podge before I did the batch was this one. Aw, I didn't know you had Tricketeria at one point, Therese, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. That shit sucks. But what doesn't suck is that this handle is just about done drying. I went and dipped the second half in podge, and I did a little bit thicker layer on the bottom here, just so I know for sure that this handle ain't coming off. Yeah. So Therese's wand is just about done. That glob of Mod Podge is going to take a long ass time to dry, but when it dries clear, it'll dry like the rest of the wand. Yeah. The wand handle is black, like Vegeta's hair, and brown on the leather, like his Saiyan monkey tail. And then you get blue, white, and yellow to represent the colors on his combat outfit, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. And the best part is I can set this on 2 paint cans. But this wand is long enough, I can counterbalance it between a couple of paint cans. I can balance it between 2 paint cans on either side, because right now that podge ain't dripping. Yeah, buddy. So hopefully them wands sell out quickly now. I'm sure they will. This is definitely a wand I would sell on my Etsy store for sure. And somehow it formed like an M right here with the paint, like a Majin Vegeta sort of M almost. I assure you that wasn't intentional, it's just how the paint dripped. But it works out in my favor, and it works out in Therese's favor. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll definitely let you all know when I get that care package sent out to Therese, especially. But right now the wand's gonna have to dry. I'm gonna put just enough Mod Podge on the rest of it. This handle's on there nice and tight. I did have to squeeze the handle to the vice clamp after I podged it because the glue kind of, well, the string was coming undone right here. So I glued it to the or I squeezed it to the vice clamp after I smeared the entire thing with Mod Podge. Instead of doing it with a brush, I took my hands and I put a bunch of Mod Podge on here, and then I smeared it into the wand by hand. And then once I got that string that was coming loose wrapped around onto the stick nice and tight, I squeezed it to the vice clamp while it was nice and tight. Yeah. and I let it dry for a bit. And now this handle ain't coming off. Yeah. Let's see. I need 2 paint cans. We got the black one. And this other one right here. There we go. I got that dripping between, or balanced between a couple of cans there. Grab this other can of black paint and do the handle on this freshly carved wand real quick. Yeah. There we go. I might do the handle on the scepter too right quick. That's the only part of the scepter I'm gonna paint. Just balance it between a couple of paint cans. Go. Yeah. A crystal scepter, you say? Yes, Facebook. This is the scepter I have carved out. Here's the big old massive handle on it. I want to paint the handle black. I might end up painting the scepter itself green. Or I might just leave the scepter the color that it is and then paint out a section with glow-in-the-dark paint. Up the section right by the cords. This is the scepter that almost cost me my guitar playing fretting hand. This is the scepter that I was like, okay, no more holding it like this and then drilling it like that. So I had it like way the fuck up here and then it slipped and I nicked myself the other day. That felt fucking fantastic, let me tell you. But thankfully, all I did was get a couple of minor cuts. I didn't wreck my tattoo on my left hand. I didn't lose the ability to play guitar. There we go. Now this section right here, from here up and into the hole, is going to get painted white. The rest of it's going to be a natural color, except for the handle, which will be black. So to make sure that the only white that's on the staff, or scepter, if you will, make sure the only white that's on this scepter is at the tip here. It's going to require painter's tape once again to make its way onto the scene. I'll end up getting a quartz for it, like I normally do. That's gonna have to wait until sometime next month, like at the beginning of next month. This will be July's batch of wands. First batch, I might do another batch after this one shipped. I mean, I might be being a bit excessive with the painter's tape, but to ensure a very clean line on well, I will do that here in a second, possibly, yes. Right now I'm kind of focused on wand making. That should be enough sprayer, or that should be enough painter's tape to just to play it safe. Because I'm also doing the handle. I love the natural grain of this wood. It just looks really good. There we go. And all the stuff that I methodically taped up is not going to be painted. Everything else. The nice thing about this is I'm not going to have to do multiple tapings, just one will do. Doggone it. Some of the bitch. I really did not want to knock my fucking wand into the trash can. It seriously had to fucking fall out of the vice clamp while I'm trying to paint it. Oh, you cheap fucking whore. Oh my god. This is not the shit I need to have happen to me right now. Oh, you cheap fucking cunt. Unfreaking believable. I can't believe I have to dig through my fucking trash can just to save one of my fucking wands. Oh, dude. This is not the kind of... Hold on a second. And you think, okay, most of the stuff in this trash can is on the surface. You think to yourself, what did I do to deserve this? All I wanted to do, wow, I'm a fucking idiot. I forgot that I set that wand to dry between two paint cans. Well, here's my sign for this book. I've been making these wands the last couple of days, so it's easy to forget that I've already got it drying on two paint cans already. Whoops. I gotta crack open the vice clamp so I can paint my scepter, and I'm thinking, wait a second. They can hold the phone, Sylvester Stallone. Let the excess on the handle drip off into the trash can, just like that. I mean, do I feel foolish? Just a little bit. But I'm relieved immensely that I didn't have to go. Of course, if I would have realized that beforehand, that's all right. Accidents happen. That is the fucking funniest thing. How the hell did I misplace the lid for the paint can? Oh, I know I didn't throw it in the trash. Yeah, I'm kind of OCD about certain things. YouTube and Facebook. I just set it down. Question is, where? I mean, there's a good chance I might have accidentally dropped it in here. Yeah, sure enough. How do you like them apples? Facebook. cool. Now, isn't that just exactly how life works? I was subconsciously thinking about how I thought I dropped my wand in the trash, but then I remembered that I look over and I see it sitting between two paint cans. I'm like, shit. And then subconsciously I end up dropping the black spray paint lid in the trash can, but that's alright, I got it recapped. And now that the handle is painted, I'm gonna paint this side white. Alright. Look at that. That's good looking, man. Now the white on this staff is, I keep calling it a staff, it's a scepter, which the staff would be a lot longer, like long enough to walk with. But the white on this scepter is going to be painted glow in the dark. And I'm going to let this fucker dry on both sides before I add the paint, the second coat, which will be the glow in the dark paint right here. And the glow in the dark paint will go on the white on the scepter right here. The crystal's going to sit. And then I got the black on the handle right here. Now I'm going to set this big behemoth in between two paint cans. Via bridging it by one can here, one can here. This will, this will get my scepter ready for a handle and ready for podge and ready for other things too. Once I get the glow in the dark spray paint on here and it dries, I'll take the tape off and I'll put a handle on it as soon as I can. I could just paint the entire new wand black and then put two white tips on a white tip and a white handle on either end. Give it a classic magician's look. Instead of being all white or all black. I might just do that. But yeah, this will be a nice looking scepter when it's done. This may take a while to dry, but hopefully by the afternoon. Oh, look at that. The paint's already drying the handle. I like that. I like that a lot. Well then. Now that the paint's had a second to dry on both sides, I'm going to take the tape off. Up to here and here. Still leaving that crisp line on either side. I can at least get this other band of painter's tape right by the handle off. And then I want to leave the painter's tape right here by the head of it on. Come on, you fucking bastard. Get the fuck off of there, you piece of shit. That's the funny thing about it, is you subconsciously thinking about something, it ends up happening whether you want it to or not. Be careful, I don't want to get paint all over my chair. Might have enough leather to wrap the handle on this one. And if I do, then I'm always going to end up gluing the handle on this one while the white paint dries. The little piece right there just does not want to come off, does it? There he goes. I'll grab the leather that I have right here. There we go. Right. Okay, the handle's still a little bit wet, but it's dry enough that I can put the handle. All right. Considering I haven't decided what color to paint the other wand just yet, I'll do the handle on this one first. It's going to take more leather to do this handle anyway. There should be enough leather here to make a handle for this. Keyword is should be. It's a very clean handle for the scepter. I like that. Yeah, I called that with a quickness, now didn't I? Did I not say just enough leather to finish the handle on the scepter? I called that with a quickness, sure as shit I did. Now I can get more leather string at the beginning of next month. That's not going to be a problem. I mean, I thought I'd have enough to finish, but I'm like one handle short, so that's not too bad. Oh yeah, that is sick. I like the way that wrapped around. That's nice. So where's the glue? There it be. Just like I did with all the wands before. This is about as far as I can go with the wands for now. Don't want to lose that cap. There we go. Right there. There we go. Yeah, I got that vice clamp on there squeezed on that handle as tight as it'll go. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, I don't let the let that white paint dry overnight. There we go. There we go. There we go. I get a little too, just, that's the minimum for how tight I want that to go. I don't want it to go any tighter. Actually, no, we can loosen it. There we go. There we go. That pressure right there. We'll hold that in place while it dries, and then once that glue's done drying, and then boom. Ah, yes, the Saxton wanted to check out the leggings, and a fan provided the description box, or provided the link in the chat, I mean. Yeah. Alright, so now that I'm pretty much done with the glue for the moment being. Yeah, I like the way the handle looks on that scepter. That looks Perfect. That's a nice clean looking handle too. Yeah. At the beginning of the video, smoking on one of these right here, these Jackpot cherry cigarillos, and spark another one up for that gorgeous scepter that's being built. Yeah. Like the crystal and copper wire are going to be the last two things I put on it. Obviously, it's the last thing I do with every scepter is the finishing touches, as you would say. So I may end up podging the entire thing. Before I take it with me. I'll go to the Wonder Gift Shop before I go to Home Depot for that copper wire. Wonder Gift Shop for quartz, and then Home Depot for some copper. Oh yeah. Yeah, the scepter's gonna look very good when it's all said and done. I may end up podging the scepter before I podge the rest of the batch. But that's alright. I'm gonna get that scepter done over the next couple of days. I'm gonna get that scepter as done as I can. And yep. Hopefully Therese can see the link in the chat. Yeah. Well, anyways, thank you for watching my live video. Watching me assemble more of the wand stuff. And I'll catch you cool cobras on the flip side. Duh.